Hello and welcome to a little crazy boat renovations. Right, so I'm going to start doing the little toilet here. Floor I've already done, but I have cut it down slightly to allow for a panel to go up on that side. And then when it gets to that centerpiece, another panel will go up to the top. And obviously one for the ceiling. And then shelving going in there, so all that's got to be blocked in, and then put a shelf there. If I can, I'll try and do it the same as the kitchen unit with a sliding black doors to make a cupboard, but the cupboard won't be very big, unfortunately. There's not a great deal of room in there, but I'm sure it'll hold a toilet roll or two. So let's get on with that. Right, so that's the first piece of wall cladding on. That bit will be off again to be vinyled anyway. It's just held up there at the moment with a bit of mahogany. And now I've got to get it into shape with the floor. Hopefully my measurements are okay and it's all going to fit nice. Right, toilet floor is recut and the first panel is laying up the side in situ, so all that looks good. Just got to do the top half now, and then undersides of it has got to be pinned against the wall to keep it shape, and then right under there will be a block going right across like everywhere else, and then possibly a shelf in. See where that mark is? That's where the old shelf was. I might put a shelf in there, but to be honest it's looking a bit small for a shelf, so I'll probably put one at a different point for toilet rolls and such things. Right, I'm currently flitting between one job and another at the moment, trying to get several bits done and where I can't progress on others, but so far this is what I've done in the toilet area. So the back, you knew I already had that done. I've got a shelf in now. There's the runner for the glass sliders, one to go up the top of that. It's also got to have a trim front on the front of that shelf as well. And then there's the top of the toilet area. So that's how it will be, nice and straight up to there. And then obviously I've got to put a ceiling in. Now this ceiling, to be honest, I can't even remember what it was like when I took it down, except that it was one piece. So looking at the shape of that ceiling there, as you can see them cuts around there, it's got to come down diagonally, hasn't it? There's no getting round and going up there. That's just above and beyond Call of Duty, I think. So we'll come with a straight piece across, probably just above where that grill is, because we still need the grill on that area, and then come diagonally straight to that piece. Suffering with a bit of hay fever at the moment. That's why I'm sniffing, and it's bloody hot. So next bit, I expect I'm going to do a bit on the other side here, because I'm still figuring out, there's the old helmling, I'm still figuring out how to do this box section here to meet up with this panel come across here, because I've got to bear in mind the electrics for the lights and everything to go in. So the underpinning, the boxing out, will all be done as a rough cut, because that will be hidden by the vinyl boards. So I'll probably do this in, I don't know, 3 or 4 pieces across there, it doesn't matter. But it's just what I'm doing here, because we've got I've got to put the Birchwood name on the outside of the boat. That is riveted on from the outside, but I've not finished doing all my coats of paint on the outside yet, so I can't put it on yet. So whatever I do here is going to be a temporary thing. It's going to have to come off so I can get to the back of this. And I want to get on with this other shelf cupboard that goes across there, and I think that's too far a distance to go across in one piece. So I'll probably break it up with perhaps a couple of speakers for the radio, stick a radio, perhaps some socket in the centre, bit of USB plug, I suppose. I don't know, we'll figure that as we get to it. Right, on with something else. That's the first bit of board going up over the window. This one will have vinyl covering over it. It's held in place by a couple of screws at the moment, but it won't have that at the end. And then the ceiling board will go up and meet up to it like that. So I've got to do over the top of that one now, and then up that side by the front window before it's all vinyled. The rest of it will obviously be done before the vinyling anyway. So it's now top, bottom and the end done. So all of that, as I said, will be vinyled. I'll probably do that very small one again because I just nicked the top of that. It's a 2-minute job. But to show you why I'm doing that, we have a look on the other side. Now there's your top with the screws coming through, and as I said before, I don't want any of these screws showing. Then down the bottom you can see this lip here. And if you look along, you can probably see, not so well from there, perhaps there, you can see it curving out. And that goes all the way along the side where the windows are, towards the end. But as it goes under the window, it's got a definite curve on it. Now I don't know why, when they built these boats, why they didn't do the inside as well as they did the outsides. I'm told that they made the outsides into a shell and then sold them like that, and then everyone else just puts their own bits and pieces inside. But why on earth they wouldn't have the flat piece coming straight down there from the window, I don't know. Because what they originally did was got these little blocks to even it up. It's upside down actually, but you get the idea. So the block would be under there like so, and then the vinyl board would be over the two of them like that. But as it goes towards the front, the block needs to be thinner and thinner as it comes out. So they had about 5 or 6 of these little blocks along there to even it up. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a run straight along there, playing it down at the end so that it all fits in, and then there will underneath be another wood coming along the bottom of that one, so you've got a nice shape to it before the boards go on, and then you'll end up like that over the other side. Top side is fairly flat. As I say, I will be hiding these screws, so it will need a small plywood over that, 3.8mm, just to bring it out to the screws, and then I'll do another top coat of vinyl on top of that with the 3.8 plywood again. Got the first 2 pieces up now. Remember, these are the smoothing ply, which is just taking out all the humps and bumps, imperfections. before the main ply with the vinyl goes on. And you see I've drilled out where the screws are so that we can get those out with a ratchet. So I've got to do down that bit and then along the front. Front will take me a little longer because that's got to be built out still. And then I've got to make the bottom of the shelf, which will be a similar ply to this. And where it looks as though I've missed the ceiling by a country mile up there, if I put this little thin 3mm ply on the ceiling, just lay it up there, and you can see there's next to no gap along there. But again, that is the base one. That's not the top ply, which is going to go over the top of that with the vinyl, and same up there. And this will also be off about 4mm off that ceiling there, because it's going to be held up by channels. But it's getting late now, and it's certainly too hot. It's 32, 33 degrees in here, so time to go for a beer. Right, that's the underside of the window cut. I'm going to take it up there now, see how it fits, then tidy it up. So there we have it. All that wall is now based with plywood. Just to straighten it up. It's all gone quite well. Now I need to either get on with the front, which to be honest I'll probably wait until I get the windows out. Excuse my sniffling for the hay fever. I need two people to get those windows out, so I've got to wait until someone else comes along to help me with those. One inside, one outside. So what I'll probably do is work again back this end and start on this cupboard for the electrics. See if I can come up with some nice tidy way of sorting that one out. Right, that's it for now then.